Well, now here we are in the Gothic pile of Eillen Daly. Hi Eileen.
Hello Daly.
Nice to speak to you. Now this is a lovely place you've got here. It really is.
Thank you.
It's very, and it's all decorated to your own. Are you responsible for all the decor?
Yes, yeah, and it's done cheaply. It's done on a budget, but it's also done. I like to have lots of dark colours with silk roses. Everything dark. I love roses and I love lilies. I like jewels. I like it like an Aladdin's cave, sort of a pirate's thing. I like that sort of theme with big iron gates, but it's alas, it is on a budget, but it's comfortable, it's homely, and it's
nice, isn't it? And you've got an old-fashioned dial phone. You don't see many of those.
No, it isn't actually. It's not.
It's a touch
It's a
phone.
press button. It's a press button phone.
Yeah.
I got that at the market for £5.
Yeah, right.
Most of this is all bric-a-brac that I get from markets such as Nine Elms. I also work in a charity shop on a Sunday for 4 hours. But I haven't got anything from the charity shop at all. So I've only just started there, more or less.
Right.
I'll show you the bedroom. I'll show you the bedroom. Right. So this is the living room.
Let's just have a little look around and see what we've got in here. So you've got your poster for Razor Blade Smile. That's
got the
great.
Razor Blade Smile.
Yeah.
I had an exhibition with Nigel Wingrove, and we had 6 Revolution pictures, and I got 2.
Okay.
I got all the bits and pieces. I got my Betty.
Betty Boop. Yeah.
Oh, I love Betty.
Yeah.
Betty, ta-da! And a fairies Betty. And all this crap. Oh my god!
This looks a bit creepy. This picture here.
This is the wood elf.
What's the story on that? Yeah.
It's a wood elf. The artist is actually doing an art exhibition. Actually, in next 2 weeks, he's got an exhibition.
Right.
I like it. I like it because it reminds me of the forest, woods.
Right.
I like the green, the reds, and I put a little crown on him. I think he's so pretty. He's pretty.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, I like him.
Another poster of one of your films there, Sacred
Yes, we've got
Flesh.
Sacred Flesh, one of Nigel's. It's all about nuns. Quite good. I play a small little part in it because as a mad lady.
When you were a nun though, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't a nun?
I was the mad one in green.
Oh, right, yes.
Next to Lady Death or something.
Oh, okay, that's right, yeah.
And then we got the TV, which I love my TV. I have a stereo. This is my trunk, which I've got all my bits and pieces in, like headdresses and sort of like stuff like that. And then I've got my cabinet where I keep all my Gothic fairy books.
Right,
and witchcraft books.
Is this how you normally dress for, like, you know, to schlep around the apartment, you know?
No, it isn't. No, I just knew you were coming.
I know, no, I was only joking, really.
But I do go out like this. I do go out if I go to parties or openings or sort of like art exhibitions. I dress. This is how I. This is my dress. Yeah. But if I'm going around the apartment, I'll put on some silk pajamas. If I'm really honest, and sort of potter around.
Very nice too.
But I don't wear slippers. But you know that sort of thing. You know, the gates are going to go up.
Right.
Eventually.
Right.
These will go up and it will be like a vault in here. Oh, my chandelier. Don't forget the chandelier.
Hold on. Oh, yes, very nice. What's this up here? A little bird perched in there as well.
Yeah.
The dove of peace.
Dove of peace. And harmony, hopefully. Now, this is the hall.
Right.
It's a small hall because it's a small flat. But it's comfortable. Okay. This is I got in Israel. You'll love this.
Okay.
Because this is... I love the pre-Raphaelites and Renaissance.
Right.
The early century sort of I don't know, Renaissance. What would you
well, it's
Rossetti and Burne Jones. I like all this. This is a kitchen. Excuse me, it's really messy.
It's not too messy. It's quite tidy. Because we've had your.
This is my dinner, but these are all my awards that I've won for the films.
Oh, right, okay, let's have a look then. So what have we got?
That's the Italian.
Right, so what's this for?
I can't remember.
It's like a sort of, what is it?
It's a monster.
It's like a spidery...
Yes,
it's quite nice.
It's a monster. I got it in Italian.
Right.
That's for Razor Blade Smile, English. I got that at Vampira.
Right.
Louis gave it to me, and yes. That's Nigel's. I just put it up there because I like him.
A skull.
He's beautiful. This is
That's not Nigel's
Spain.
actual skull, is it? That's
No, it's not. Sometimes I'd like to stick him up there.
Okay, right.
That's Spain. And my brother gave me that. But I've got my best one. It's from New York.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my poster and all my bits. But do excuse the mess.
No, it's actually pretty
all
tidy. I
right.
think you're fine. Yeah. So what's this?
This is the kitchen. Oh, this is kiss this. This is I like just like the colours. I like the reds and the blacks. So I put this up. I did it for the cover of Time Out, and I've got a sort of but they've covered my lips, so big lips tattoo.
Right.
And I've got 666 written up here.
Oh, right.
And they've sort of
That's probably prudish because they
don't
put it in
want
newsagents.
that, no. Actually, this is fantastic, this video.
We're not plugging anyone else's stuff.
No, I'm not. I just enjoy it. Now, this is my bedroom.
Right, okay.
This is the bedroom.
It looks very cosy. Goodness me.
This is my Joan Collins phone.
Right. Why is it a Joan Collins phone?
Because it's very 70s.
Oh, right, okay.
I go, hello, the Daly's residence. No, I don't. I say hello. Hello? Yeah. So that's okay.
All right.
Then I've got my love heart things here. Then I've got all my Betty.
Oh, these are
I
great,
collect
aren't they?
Betty.
And there's another skull. So what's the significance of this? It's just a...
I just like it.
Yeah, just like it, yeah. Betty Boop.
And I've got Betty's and all my perfume.
So what's the fascination of Betty Boop then?
Because she's sexy, she's cute, she's pretty, she's cartoon, she's over the top, and she's. I have a sort of. I do actually think I'm quite similar, in some ways, when I'm in a good mood. But when I'm in a bad mood, then
Forget
oh
it.
devil! No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Anyway, this is the Dracula.
Yeah.
And this is the skulls again camera.
Yeah.
Like that. The candles. And these are my wardrobes with all my clothes in.
All right. Then I'll be getting this as well.
This.
Right.
And this is the rose. So that's.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is my nightdress.
Oh, this is the sort of diaphanous nightdress that you swan around the apartment in, is it? Or, it looks like one of those sort of ones they used to wear in the old Hammer horrors, you know.
It is a little bit. I got it from antique. That's where I get all my clothes from. Antique things. I even buy second-hand shoes. I like anything that's glamorous, antique, and gothic.
Yeah.
That's how or sort of. I quite like fairy stuff, or also wedding gowns that I cut up. That's sort of, I've always had that thing I like. I don't know why. I like it. So, and makeup is the same. I'm a thing for makeup. I like boys in makeup. I like girls. I like.
Do you meet many boys in makeup? Do you meet many boys in makeup?
I did in the 80s.
Yeah.
There's loads of sort of Pete Murphy lookalikes. But not so much in the sort of year 2002. I haven't met a lot. And my taste has changed. As I got older, my tastes have changed, Alan, and I've got older with it. But legs and bum and a little bit of makeup is lovely, isn't it?
Okay. So here we are back in the lounge with a nice roaring fire. It's raining outside as well, which I suppose got to be in it really.
We need some sort of Heinz tomato soup.
Yeah, we do. Right. So now I'm gonna. Right. So let's talk about your career. Now, you started out, you know, before you did all the redemption stuff, and the redemption stuff is what you're most well known for, really, isn't it? At the moment, you know, sort of like the you know, the covers and the stuff you've done for Nigel and everything. But you started out, you know, way back when we first met, actually, you know, because you were, you know, just modelling and stuff like that.
Around. I was doing, I started when I was about 16, just doing glamour modelling.
Yeah.
Loved it. I had a lovely little body, biffing around, great personality, and just sort of like biffed around, taking my clothes off. I loved it. But I also lived with Tim Pope, who was a very good director at the time, and I was doing lots of pop promos. I was either making the tea or being in the pop promos.
Yeah.
and I got a taste for moving camera. I liked it. I thought, oh, and then I'd see actresses on the TV, and Tim would know loads of actresses, and I would chat. And I was very, very young. I was only 16, and I'd sit there and say, oh yes, we went to RADA. You can't make it if you haven't been to RADA or Central or anything. And I was thinking, oh well, there's no hope for me because I'm thick. I can't do anything. But you know, so I did lots of modelling. After a time, I started going to drama school. It wasn't school, in fact there were lessons, and I paid for drama lessons. I had Fenella Fielding teach me. I started getting hungrier and hungrier because modelling wasn't satisfying me enough. I started writing for different magazines. I was writing bits and pieces, but I wasn't, I was too fickle. I was very fickle. I did a lot of Electric Boo, a lot of voiceovers, because Vic was a very good friend of mine. And then I met Nigel. I did loads before Nigel, loads. I was doing adverts and things like that because I got an agent. Then I met Nigel and started doing a lot with Nigel.
But back in your days when you did the Electric Blue and all that sort of stuff, were you as interested in the whole gothic side of things, or did that come when you?
No, I was still gothic. They had to tone me down.
Right, 'cause you were never gothic in your Electric Blue stuff.
Only because Faith, the makeup artist, I would turn up with my makeup already done, hair black, vamp, and she'd say, sit down, Eileen, and she'd say, take all that off. I'd say, oh, do I have to? I don't want to wear that orange suntan. She'd put bloody orange on me, and I'd look like a sort of like tango woman, you know, and then she'd put a little bit of pink lipstick. I'd think, anyway, if I had to do it, I had to do it, and I needed the money. So I had to do it. So as soon as I finished the shoot, I'd put my red lipstick on, I'd put some face powder, then I'd go for a drink for a snake bite and think, oh, sorry, I've got some money for it anyway. So, but then if I was really sensible, I wouldn't have even used my own bloody name. Really, I shouldn't have done. I should have said my name's Catherine Zeta-Jones. Hello, no, it's Macy's. But yeah, so that's I've always loved makeup. I've loved gothic makeup, clothes, the music. I like rock, I like classical, and an interior design I love. That's where that's how I am. That's how I've got a certain style, and I'm very versatile, but. I do like what I like.
So how did you actually meet up with Nigel in the first place then?
He was doing Nigel was actually doing a film called Marisade.
Right.
Marquis de Sade.
Yeah,
Justine and Juliet. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Did he actually do it, or did it?
No.
And he did Visions of Ecstasy, didn't he? Was that after? Was that
before? Yeah. That was before. And then I met him. The girl who was in Visions, I had a flat with, and I met Nigel through Louise. And he wanted a Justine, so I went for the part of Justine and rehearsed for 6 to 8 weeks. But Nigel didn't eventually get the money, so that was that really. But then a love affair blossomed, and through the love affair came redemption. It's sort of born redemption through, because I loved horror. I was gothic. And he was keen on art, and Nigel said, well, let's start, and he didn't like censorship. So that's how it all mixed. It was like a big cake that mixed through, and redemption was born.
Yeah.
We lived in Soho, and we'd do it in a one room. Mark Morris would come along and do all the bits and pieces, and Nigel would do all the artwork, and it was smashing. It was a smashing period. And then I started doing feature films, small budget horror feature films, and I loved it.
So what was your first production then? What was your first thing that you got that you can remember?
That I can remember
on the horror side.
I think it was Demon Soul.
Was that the first one you did then? Demon Soul.
I think so, darling. I think so. I can't remember. No, I've done other ones. I've done other ones, but Demon Soul is the one that I can remember.
We remember that
because
we
were all in that. And that was a terrible. It's a terrible film. It's terrible, but it was good
But it
fun.
was good, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It was good fun.
But it was done like a proper film, wasn't it? It was a
Yeah.
vampire film. And what were you? You were like a vampire lady, weren't you? or
Yeah, I was
something
like Countess Bathory.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That sort of
Yeah.
that similar type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then
I think that came out in America, you know, on tape.
dear.
I think it did. I
good.
think it did. I don't think it was ever released properly here. It might have escaped on parole or something, but I don't think it ever got out. We had the screening, didn't we, of it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I hope.
Okay, well, we'll skate over that one. Okay, so that we remember, but it was
Yes.
yeah, it was
Then
interesting.
I've done loads since then. I've done loads.
Let's talk about. I mean, obviously,
Yes.
in no
It doesn't
particular
matter.
order of what you've done. I mean, you were quite involved with. Let's talk about some of the things you've been doing lately for Richard Driscoll. You know, the
Right,
cannibal
right.
being
Yes.
one,
Well,
which is an
last year
unusual one.
That's quite an unusual one. Richard was doing Cannibal, which is like Hannibal Lecter. I played a Russian secret agent, sort of prostitute. Richard I've known for a few years, and he asked me to be in the film. It was great. The film was a proper film. It looked great, and I think you can get it out in blockbusters and all sorts. Since then, I've done Alone in the Dark, where I play a mass murderess, hick, an American sort of like, I don't know, but you're gonna get it. Yeah, you know, that sort of, you know, it's only me, that sort of thing. Which is very similar to Evil Dead. Evil Dead, The Shining. What else? It's got Norman Wisdom. Rick Mayall's in it.
Yeah.
Who else is in it? Robert Asquith.
Robert Asquith, yeah. So
Robert Asquith.
did you actually meet these? I mean,
No.
who were you working opposite? You know.
I was working opposite the Scooby lot, the Scooby gang.
Oh, Scooby, yeah.
Yeah, the
I know.
Scooby gang, because I was part of the Scooby gang, got introduced to, and then I was knocking them all off, killing them, not jiggy. And Richard was in my scene, and so was Robin. So I met Robin.
Yeah.
Robin, nice boy, nice man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one I'm doing is I'm doing the voiceover for Bubble Monkeys.
Yeah. What's Bubble Monkey?
I'm the sexy vamp. Bubble Monkeys is for a children's feature film that Richard's doing.
Yeah.
Then I'm playing Blade Hunter. I've got another film called Blade Hunter. I play an alien.
Yeah.
An alien, it's a similar rip-off to Species. My lads say, no, not rip-off, no.
Rip off an homage.
Yes.
They call it, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm doing that. What else? Oh, I've done a fantastic album.
Oh yeah. Now we're going to talk about this. This is sort of music side of things.
Yeah.
Now this. Tell us about it. It's due out, isn't it?
It's due out. We're finishing. We're on the last bits of remixing.
Right.
It's a rock goth horror album. It's very, very filmic.
Right.
It's about sex, drugs, and rock and roll, all mixed. So the whole cake is it. It's crossed between Alice Cooper, Ozzy Osbourne, and a female Marianne Faithfull.
Right.
It's called Jezebel the band. There's two people. There's Ralph and myself. Jezebel, and the album's going to be called Forbidden Fruit. It's strong, it's sexy, and I write the words. The words I enjoy writing, that's why, and Ralph does the music. It's big, it's not your pub band, it's a very big sort of stadium thing. Lots of costumes, and it's quite dramatic. I personally, I love it. It sounds great, but there again, if I'd say I love it because I did it. You know, you're not going to do something you don't like. But I've got so much faith in this. I love acting, and I always act, but I'll always write, and that's the most important thing. And I do.
So the thing that gives you the biggest kick is the writing rather than the
I
singing,
love
would you say?
the singing, the writing, everything. All of it actually. Every bit, even being in the studio. I go, oh, that's great. Bring that up. Bring the violins up. I know nothing about music, but obviously, but it mixes quite well. It's you know. I've got a little surprise on the album. We've got 13 tracks. I don't know where shall I tell you my surprise that I'm going to do a cover of? The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was raving. I'm going to do that one. It's great. We haven't done it yet. We've just done the music. I've got to put the words on.
Yeah.
And it's. Do you remember that one? It was. Fantastic. Playing in a hut. It's a fiddle. It's a fiddle song. Diddly 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 diddly.
So you say there's going to be what it's called Forbidden Fruit.
The album's going to be called Forbidden Fruit.
Yeah.
We've got a company in Germany that's very interested. In England, we're going to get it on my website, EillenDaly.com. So if you go to EillenDaly.com and look it up.
Now you're Daly Daly, aren't you?
Yeah.
Not without an E in the middle.
Yeah,
That's
no.
Sometimes I've seen it spelled different ways.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Daly. Yeah, and then you can get sound bites. But we'll put sound bites, say 30 seconds, 40 seconds, I don't know, to see if you like it or not. And if you like it, it's great, because I'll tell you what, you're in for a really good experience. It's really good, I love it. But that's you like it, don't you, Anne?
Yes. Yeah. Threaten me.
You don't like it, don't you?
Or else.
No, it's so I'm very excited about that. And the movies, the movies, see, with doing film, I've got no control over.
Yeah.
Someone else controls me.
But
with the music, they can't stop me.
Yeah.
I can be employed all the time with that because I employ myself.
Yeah.
But with the acting, I'm not always employed for that.
It's tough, really, isn't it? When the way movies get made over here, they don't get made very often. And
and when they do Kate Winslet.
Just some of the things we might go back and just talk about very briefly is you have, apart from the stuff you've done, the various low budget things that you've done, you've done some sort of extra type work, I think, on things like Interview with the Vampire and things like that. Were you in the background and didn't you do scene stuff?
No. I've done. I did join an agency that put me in bits and pieces, like EastEnders and. The only thing is, I went for a casting the other day, and to do that work, I really hated it because I would be sort of like the one-liner, it's all in me, and then an actress would come in and say, oh my love, all the time I've really watched you from afar or something like that, and I'm thinking, I could do that, and to be an extra and have one line, it killed me, because I see other people doing it, and I think, so I tend to stay away from that. And I'll tell you why. I went for an interview for a commercial. And I said, I must get down to Brighton. I'm doing a film. They were sitting there, they were saying, try and be Catwoman. I said, oh, actually, I played Catwoman in this film. They said, oh, yeah, give us an example of Catwoman. So I did an example of my Catwoman. And then they interviewed, it was a 30-second commercial. No speaking, nothing. Just a girl in a catsuit trying to look sexy.
Yeah.
Fine. So I thought, oh, this is bollocks. So I sat there and so the director said, well, I'm the director and this is the producer. And he said, have you done any stuff before? And I said, well, I've done a little bit before, yes. I've done, actually, I said, I'm just on my way to do a feature film now. And he went, oh, a feature film? And I said, yes. He said, I said, well, I'm playing this character. And I told him about the character because I didn't know what else to say. And it's a 30-second commercial. And I thought, Christ, what do you want, blood? Anyway, he said, oh, with lines. I thought, I looked at him, I wanted to smack him out. I thought, you conceited coon. With lines. So does he treat everyone like that? He said, well, how come you're doing, I said, I modelled for Jill from the casting department, fine. I said, when I'm not working. But this casting came up while I was working, so I thought I might well fit it in. So I thought about that afterwards, and no, I don't like doing modelling or extra work or anything like that because I think they treat you like a noddy. Do. And I'm not a noddy. I've got a lot of potential, and a lot of other people have got potentials. They're not noddies. They're just trying to earn a living and get some money. But they treat you with such contempt. Yeah.
Now you often have this sort of like this sort of vampish sort of way about you, and you this sort of, you're always depicted, aren't you, as like with a vampire fangs and that sort of thing.
Yes.
Is that sort of thing that interests you about vampire? Do you ever read books on vampires and
I do.
that sort of stuff?
I do, Anna. I like vampire books. I like all sorts of books, actually. I like books. I read books on witchcraft, history, clothes. I like interior design. I read but on vampirism, you see, spiritualism only came out in 1855 was the first spiritualist. These girls, 3 sisters, brought. It was done in New York, and that's when they first saw ghosts. Since then, no one thought of ghosts, and then spiritualism started. So vampirism has been going a long time. I'm interested. But I'm more interested in witchcraft and the occult, and how, like, Charlie Manson and Jimmy Jones, and how they influence people, and I'm rather more interested in that than actually sort of Christopher Lee doing his Hammer horror stuff. I love all the Hammer. I love anything to do with vampires because it's shot so beautifully, the costumes are so nice, the colours are great, it's sexual. You've got loads of pretty girls to watch, and very handsome looking chaps, all sort of, it's a fairy tale, which is an adult one, which is kind of very beautiful. So you start off with, Watch with Mother when you're 2, you go to Bill and Ben, then you go on to Neighbours, then you go on, no, not Neighbours, and then you go on to vampirism. It's just a steady growth. Do you
find that horror? Talk about horror movies. What sort of movies do you count among your favourite horror movies? I love
The Exorcist.
Yeah.
I like The Shining. I like Clockwork Orange.
So a lot of the classic ones, really.
Yeah. The Thin Red Line. I enjoyed The Thin Red Line. That Apartment I enjoyed. Blue Velvet. But these are they're very studenty kind of. I have seen some fantastic. I'm not keen on the Japanese horror. Some little Japs sort of like, cutting off someone's head, while they're still alive, and you actually see them with a cheese cutter, and sort of like, I'm sort of like thinking, I love Spit on Your Grave. I like anything with blood and gore. But when it's got subtitles and someone's going, it starts sort of like grating on you, you're thinking, and it's all very stark, you've got to look at the subtitles, then watch what's happening. Look at the subtitles. Oh God, so I'm not keen on the Japs. Even though Nigel loves them, I'm not, Redemption's putting quite a few of those out, but I quite like American horror.
Yeah.
I enjoy. I'm not keen on Scream and that, but I haven't given it a second chance. I usually like to watch a movie 2 or 3 times to see how it actually clicks and edits together and that. But I'm not an anorak.
So you would like to?
I'm not really.
I wouldn't suggest that at all.
Yeah.
Would you like to direct a film of your own?
I'm not confident enough, I don't think. I'm playing Betty Page in a film that I've just signed a contract for.
Yeah.
It's not low budget. It's going to be $1.5 million, and I play Betty, and I don't actually. It was put sort of like they need a female director. And I did actually think, well, should I put myself up to direct it and be Betty in it? But just like Clint Eastwood does. But I thought, no, I don't know. I like to be on the other side of the camera. I like this side of the camera rather than that, Alan. Really, if I'm honest, I just think, and it would be too much. I'd be playing Betty, saying, "Oh, well, I'm Betty, and my name's Betty Page," and then all of a sudden I have to run behind the camera and go, "How did that shot look? Did it look okay? Now take it from the side." And you think, "Oh Christ, I'd rather just play Betty and not worry about that." But maybe if I get more confident and do it. You never know. You just never know. I just hope the music. I just like the music. I get really excited about this music. Oh yeah.
Do you think you'll ever, is this changed your career? You prefer music to movies, or you just want to do the two, really?
If I'm really honest, I'd like to do the two.
Mm.
Really, I love playing vamps and horror, and killers. I'm not really a romantic costume drama. I would get bored. I want to do what I want to do in that sort of thing. I like all that. I like gothic horror and ghosts and things. I'd like to stay in that. I'm not really bothered about being in A movies or B movies. I quite like being still in D movies on the D list or the G list. But I love writing, and I love my poetry, and I do enjoy being in the studio and singing and trying to get that together. That's really exciting as well. Yeah, no, I enjoy it all. I do enjoy it all. And I'm working in this shop up the road, this sort of charity shop, and to help people with costumes and how they look. And you get a lot of people that have got not mental, they're either lonely or there's something wrong with them, and they go in, they haven't got a lot of money, and I do enjoy talking and helping in that way as well. And helping and giving my time to help and to do that. I like it. I like talking to nutters because they're not nutters. They've just got a different agenda and on a different plane to me. I like to find out. You know, one guy, this first day I worked there, she said, "Watch him." This is the lady who runs the shop. And I said, "Okay then." And he picked up this pussy cat. He'd gone to the pub. And he turned to me, he goes, "Pussy, I love pussy, pussy." And I said, "Oh, that's a lovely cat." He said, "Yes, it's mine." I said, "Yes, darling, it is yours." He said, "I've had it ages." This is a grown man. I said, "Yes, you've had it ages. This is lovely." And he walked round and he was looking at me. And then every time he saw me looking at him, he would kiss it. She said, and then she came out, she said, "Watch him, he's going to nick that." I thought, how am I going to stop him nicking a bloody furry cat that's worth £2, you know? You know. So anyway, I followed him around a little bit, and every time he looked at me, he was looking. Then he made a run for the door, ran out the door, went, "Ah!" like that in the window with the cat, like he's got the cat, and went, "Ah!" And then ran off down the road. She belted out the shop and shouted, "You're barred! Don't come back here again!" I'm standing in the shop thinking, oh God, this is my first day and it's a nutter magnet. The shop is a nutter magnet, it's terrible. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Sod it, I don't see. So what if he nicked the bloody cat? Anyway, it was a donation anyway. It's supposed to be a charity shop, so and he obviously needed it more than the Ethiopians needed food. I don't know, but I know it's not politically correct to say that, but you know. So that's my charity work.
There's a lot of good work for charity, yes.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so, and also, you know, there's possibility you're going to do some agony aunt work.
Yeah, no, I'd love to do some agony aunt. No, that'd be great for Dark Side.
Yeah.
I would say if anyone has got problems or girlfriend problems or relationship in some way with their mother, or if they don't know where to go to find friendship, or don't know what the right clubs are for them, or don't know how to dress, or boys don't know how to dress in a way that looks sexy to the female, I'm here. I'd help you. There's no fuss, no frills. I'll tell you direct. And yeah, I enjoy that. I'd enjoy that a lot. If there's any problems you've got, and if I could help, I'll email you, or in the magazine, I'll tell you exactly. Yeah, anything that will, you know, that would really interest me, and it would be nice to help other people within. Or if they've got their flat looks shit and they haven't got a clue how to do their flat. And if they send me a picture or email me a picture of the flat, I would tell you what colours to use, how to brighten it up or darken it down, to make it more attractive to a female who comes round for a coffee. The peppermint. No, it's yeah, because I think I've got the right attitude for it, and I don't mind helping, and it's easy. It's easy.
And of course you write poetry. So I think it'd be a very good idea if we finished with one of your poems. Would you better do that for us?
Yeah, of course.
Right, if you tell us a bit.
Okay. I'm not great at reading poetry, so don't scorn me. I'm going to read Scorpion Woman.
Right.
Her emerald eyes, her dark black hair, her blood red lips to match her fingertips. I love you, Scorpion Woman. Your dark heart makes me quiver. Wicked woman, put me in a spell. Demon eyes, send me to hell. You walk in a room, everyone looks at you. Wicked woman, say you'll be mine. When our hearts will entwine, you're making me lazy, you're driving me crazy. I'm under your spell. Don't send me to hell. Be kind. Stiletto shoe woman. Black seam vamp, you're just a tramp. If you were my vixen to play my tricks on, I know you'll deceive me because your poison will never leave me. My Scorpion Woman. Leave me alone, you've bled me to the bone. I'm leaving goodbye, no more highs. My Scorpion Woman, you're a social vamp. You're just a tramp. A man ligger, all you've got is just a wicked figure. You'll send me to hell, but I will rebel. My Scorpion Woman. That's a man singing about this beautiful girl that he's met, but he realises that she's just poison.
Well, thank you, Eileen.
Thank you. Thanks, Alan. Nice one.
Okay.